Here we are. It's opening night of the Virgin Hotel, formerly the Hard Rock Hotel. We're gonna go inside and we're gonna take a look and see what's changed. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna guide you on this tour. I turned off the music because it was loud, copywritten music, and it was pretty typical of what you might expect. So, first of all, we have this young lady dancing with fire out front. That was new. People didn't seem to be too interested, but it was there. Now, this video that we're watching together, this is really for people who remember the old Hard Rock Hotel and are curious to see what changes Virgin made. And so this is the front entrance. It looks a little different. Obviously, there's no big guitar out there. And so here I am entering for the very first time. And, you know, some of this might be a little boring, but at the same time, some of it might be interesting. So when you entered right here, there used to be memorabilia in each of these cases on each side. At one point, there was Aerosmith on one side and the Killers on the other, but that had changed a few times. I have no idea what's in there now. Okay, so here we go. We're going in, going to the left, and that would be the reception area. And yeah, it doesn't look like the reception area that you remember from the Hard Rock days. I would say this is one of the more drastic changes to the casino. I can't imagine what this is going to be like when things get really busy either. I don't think that's really enough seating when you have those long lines. This is look at the registration from the opposite angle. And it wasn't too crazy all the time. I mean, there were some spots of the hotel that were really busy. It opened at 6 p.m. and we got there around 7 p.m. and there was no wait to enter. I would say the longest lines were lines to get a Players Club card. That was the longest lines. And it looked like the restaurants were all pretty busy. Okay, this is probably the thing that's going to disappoint the most people. What you're looking at right here used to be the Circle Bar. So there is no Circle Bar anymore. As you can see, I'm giving you a shot all around. This weird kind of heart-shaped thing right there, that's where the bar was. And now, every now and then, you have somebody spinning around inside of it. I think one of the things that I find most disappointing about this was I was walking around looking for something to grab me, and really none of this mattered. When it was the Hard Rock, you had all this memorabilia and fun things, and we also had memories. But now I found myself looking just to relive the memories of the past, and because they're very watered down or not there, it wasn't that exciting. I will say that most of the hotel looks the same. This is not a completely different place. When you're walking around, for the most part, if you were remembering the Hard Rock, you can find your way. Okay, so here's another part that probably will disappoint people, and that is Mr. Lucky's. Mr. Lucky's was a staple of the Hard Rock Hotel. Everybody ate there at all hours. I can't begin to count how many meals I had there, but now it's called The Kitchen. Got some other name under it, but I can't read it. Anyway, this is what Mr. Lucky's has become. There's only one entrance. There used to be one from the side. They used to have the coolest punk rock memorabilia. Ramones, they had Dee Dee Ramone's bass, Johnny Ramone's guitar, the original Gabba Gabba Hey sign. There is no sign of punk rock now. The one reason you know you're not in the Hard Rock is there is nothing hard or rock about this place. You can see, though, the kitchen back there looks pretty similar. And here's another look from the other angle. And, you know, listen, I don't want to be completely shutting it out. Maybe the food's amazing and maybe this will be a great late night spot. But as of right now, in my opinion, the Virgin Hotel was lacking a lot of character. There was really no identity. Okay, so here we go. Now, this pizza place is right here, Pizza Forte. And this was there before, and it was actually very good, believe it or not, for pizza in a casino at expensive prices. So this is still there. It's right across from where Nobu was. I think I might have not included Nobu in this, but Not sure what this is. You could have had world-class rock and roll memorabilia. Instead, you have that. And so hopefully this isn't too much like the Blair Witch Project for you guys and giving you an awful headache. Okay, here's the canyon elevators, which used to be the casino elevators. You could take these up into that casino tower. On the left there is the side entrance to Pizza Forte. And it's interesting, you know, John Entwistle from The Who, he died in that tower in his hotel room. And it makes you wonder, will that room number still be the same? You know, things like that. So here's the side of the pizza. And this is going to take you out. Now, where that wall on the left there was, that used to be a place called Culinary Dropout. And that was a good place that is gone. So now we're going to go outside and take a look at the pool area. And, you know, with my band Sin City Rejects and Sin City Sinners, we've played the Hard Rock Hotel so many times. So for me, it was very strange. We played Culinary Dropout. We played Vinyl. We played, they played The Joint. We did charity events. So I did a lot of amazing things there. And so to come back, it was cool to be on those premises again, because I was there the night of the closing, partied all night. And of course I performed. I was the last rock band to ever play the Hard Rock Hotel. So now you're looking at the pool. It's not ready yet, pool season. I believe it said it opens in May. So they got some work to do. But you're getting a look at it. Look, and there's a rumor that they've cut this in half. So there used to be a pool on the other side. It was like a lazy river, and I don't think you're going to see that anymore. That half was closed for a private event. You can see that the towers look the same. You know, if those windows could talk, all the things they've seen. This is a view of the empty pool from the other side, and you can kind of imagine. You know, it'll be interesting when that place is filled with water that you saw it at this view. And that tower looks the same as well on the right and the left, both of them. All right, so hopefully that's enough of this this pool. I think you got the idea. And we'll go back inside and see what else is going on. I don't know. Well, on the right, under the tower here, you would have had the back of Pink Taco. Pink Taco was the famous Mexican place, which is now called, whatever it says right there. So this is the new Pink Taco. This is it from the front. I think it says Casa Caverna. Excuse my Spanish. So that would be the entrance. And it's still a Mexican themed place, and maybe the food's good. Pink Taco is probably a more fun title. Calverna, that's it. Casa Calverna, excuse me. And so you walk down this hallway, as many people have. And you're going to see a little sneak peek inside. And then, as we pan down, everyone who's been to the Hard Rock Hotel remembers these restrooms. I can't tell you how many times people have come out of a concert and used those restrooms. Well, they're still there. All the cool memorabilia around it, unfortunately, is no longer. Okay, so we're walking down towards what would be the Paradise Garage, or the Paradise Tower as well. And on the right, you have Dunkin' Donuts. Thank goodness Dunkin' Donuts is still there. No rock and roll, but you can get your donuts. So Dunkin' Donuts is still there. And the gift shop that was right next to it also looks almost the same. Now it's called the Canyon Elevators. So that's a little different. But okay, so you're going to see here, once this guy gets out of the way, on your right, gift shop looks almost exactly the same. And now we're heading, we're going to take a look at the elevators that are called the Canyon Elevators. Now, if you remember this, when you went in on your left, they had a lot of cool drum sets. And I remember Avenged Sevenfold, they had the Revs drum kit in there and a few others right there on the left. Now it's some kind of cactus. Not really exciting. But that used to be a really cool spot. And then there's an entrance to the pool right there. I don't believe that was ever there before. I think that's a new entrance to the pool. There's the elevators. And just another look around. I'm not exactly sure what the theme this place is going for. I was wondering if they're trying to be an upscale hotel, that neighborhood's going to need some work. Okay, so I sped this up a little bit. This was more for me than anybody, but this hallway, if you went to concerts at the Joint, a lot of times you lined up in this hallway and you went in and waited in line and went through the metal detectors and all those other things. But what was interesting to me about this is that door right there, that was the loading door to vinyl. And we played that place so many times that I had to just see it one more time. All right, so we're heading towards the Joint. And those of you who have seen concerts at the Joint, you remember this. I wanted to walk in, but I thought maybe it was intrusive. The box was still there. So I believe this is a new concert venue. Obviously, it's not called the Joint. Okay, now we're heading down from where the Paradise parking lot would have been, which was the old parking lot at the Hard Rock. And I'm just showing you a different angle so you can see. On the left was sort of convention areas, which will be interesting because when the AVN convention comes to town, which is the adult convention, it'll be strange that it's in a hotel called The Virgin. Find that quite strange. So anyway, just taking a quick look at the hotel and some of the signage in this hallway. They had a guy playing an acoustic guitar there on top of the steps at the left. Not sure if I show him. It was an odd thing. The entertainment was lackluster, to say the least, and also put in strange places. So, okay, now we're going towards the Paradise Tower. And I believe this is a gift shop on the right. And there's some signage to let us know what we're seeing. So it looks like the Joint's going to be called the Theater. All right, this is just what we need, another coffee place. This is called Funny Library. This is, it's been called lots of different things before, but it's in the same place that the last coffee place was, in the Paradise Tower. On the other side of, there was some atmosphere kind of people in costumes. Again, not sure what that meant. Okay, now I'm trying to remember where we're at. I'm sure it'll come back to me. The Opal Tower, Sage Hall. I mean, so these are all things that were there, but they added new names. Okay. So this here, that ice cream place, that's where Vinyl, the club, would have been. I don't know if they're still going to have a club or not. I'm showing you the doors here for those of you who went to the Vinyl venue, which was a concert venue, played there tons of times. I hosted events there. So those were the doors. That was the main entrance. Don't know what's going to happen, but you do have ice cream next to it. This was the original sports book, and the last concerts ever played at the Hard Rock Hotel on closing night, they built a stage right there in front of the high rollers area, which is next to the sports book. Anyway, now it's some sort of shell or something. These people seem to be having a good time, at least. I'm not sure if they weren't paid to be there, but you got some DJs playing some music. Now back in the other casino tower, as it used to be called, you have the One Steakhouse, and this place looked like it was kind of jumping. Now a lot of people probably drank at this bar. It's now called the Desert Star, and now they've added gaming tables there, but you can still drink, and there are tables around the perimeter, but this was another famous spot after the show or before the show to grab a quick drink. And so, and you see most people have their masks on, you know. Okay, this was a great memorabilia display. They had a Johnny Rotten outfit, and they had Steve Vai's guitar. This was the entrance to that tower. Now, of course, there's nothing very remarkable about it. Sid Vicious's necklace used to be in a display right around here. It's no longer there. That room you just saw was where the VIP check-in is. So this is the registration for that tower, which I'm not sure what it's called now. But you're getting a look. And there used to be all kinds of cool memorabilia here as well. I guess that's the Ruby Tower. And then they have a juice bar and a resort pool. And I thought, wow, how cool would it be to go up this escalator and have a revealing shot. When I got to the top, you would get to see my view and see all the new things they added and how exciting it would be. But I'm going to warn you that it is going to be very anticlimactic, like many things about this night. So you get up there and there's pretty much nothing to see. On the right, I believe that used to be Vanity, a club, but on the left will be the spa and the gym, and hopefully they've got a nice spa. I mean, that would be a good selling point for them if this is going to be a resort kind of place. So here it is. So there's a juice bar, and then the spa and the gym. This is the same place where the Hard Rock Hotel had it as well. I don't know how different it will be, but you're taking a look nonetheless. Okay, so here we're taking a look at the new sports book. And it's a bit smaller, than the old sports book, which was located by the main entrance. Now, it's in the newest tower, and you can see what that looks like. I couldn't imagine how it's going to be during a busy event like the Super Bowl, but that's it. So you're going to look at the sports book. Now we're going to take a look outside. You can see the hotel. This is from the corner on Paradise. And we're taking a look around. Much of it looks the same. I think the big guitar is missing, and of course the Hard Rock Cafe is no longer there. That's been gone for a while. I mean, completely demolished in terms of parking. Now you can see some of the things that are over here. You got the place that serves poutine. And then, of course, you got a 7-Eleven, a neon 7-Eleven. You got a White Castle. That's always important. You got MedMen, which is a dispensary. There's the Hofbrau House for German food. Not sure it's open right now. And then there's a CVS drugstore. And then you got the chicken place that's owned by Shaq. And then you got the strip club, Club Paradise, which I prefer to remember from the movie Vegas Vacation as the Club Areola. Here's another look around.
All right, so that's going to wrap up our visit to the brand new Virgin Hotel here on opening night. And it was weird walking through. It's very sentimental. You're looking to see the places that you saw when it was the Hard Rock Hotel, and not to see my favorite memorabilia items, Sid Vicious's necklace, and some of these things that you passed so many times, not to be there. It was a little strange. But for the most part, it does look the same. There's just some different things. Okay, the Circle Bar is gone, and some of the other things that you saw while watching. But you still get the vibe of the old Hard Rock Hotel. And so, it was strange. Mr. Lucky's, it's a restaurant, that I ate in, thousands of times. And so that was odd. And then, to see the venue Vinyl, where I performed so many times, and not knowing if it's going to open again, was also a strange feeling. It's going to be interesting to see how this takes off. It's a nice hotel, and it's going for a fancy clientele, I think, but this neighborhood is still not the best. I mean, there are businesses around here, and maybe it'll pick up, but it'll be interesting to see. Anyway, I'm glad you watched this video. If you dug it, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. I've got new interviews with rock and roll musicians every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So thanks for watching.